Folks, how y'all doing today? I just want to come on here. I just want to come on here and holler at Bill Young. What's going on, brother? Hey, check this out, right? Y'all know I'll be completely honest with y'all and whatnot. So, once again, I ask, don't judge me. But today, I just wanted to talk about relationships, and how I was never really good at them. You know what I mean? I think the longest relationship I ever had was with someone else's old lady. Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all about this old girl. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all about this old girl. She was a good old girl. I did her wrong. Now, I did her wrong. I did her wrong, and I regretted it. In the end, I did. But I've been in love a few times now. But I was like just really, really in love one time, and it just didn't work out. Like I took her through being locked up, and just running around on her and stuff, and I lost her. Well, I had then gave up on it, after I lost her, and I messed around and got in with an old girl one time, and I was on the run. I was on the run for some probation violations, drive without a license. I had a hit and run. Failure to maintain a lane. Anyway, I had a bunch of charges and I had got probation firm. What happened? Oh, I failed the drug test and I was supposed to show back up and I never showed back up. I just kept on running. I said, fuck it. Well, I got locked up. Hell, and this old girl, she came see me. This old girl I was messing with while I was on the run now. Well, once I got locked up, I figured she was gonna run off, oh well, Well, this old girl showed up. She showed up, man. I got sentenced to, I think I got sentenced to I had 8 months left on probation, and they just revoked my probation, so I was gonna have to do 8 months. Well, I thought for sure she was gone when they said that. She showed up to court and everything. They said that. I said, "Oh yeah, it's over." But that old girl, she stayed on in there with me, man. She kept money on the phone. She kept money on my canteen, and that made me, man. That made me happy as all hell. I never had nobody who just rode out like that, and she rode on out with me, man. So about them the end of the 8 months came, she came pick me up from the county jail. Now while I was locked up, she'd go visit my grandma, visit my daddy and everybody, and I'd call the phone and she'd let me talk to everybody and stuff. So I kept in touch like that. Well, I'm gonna get to that. Now that's a point that I'm gonna get back to. What I mean, here in the near future, what toward the end of the story. But so I got on out there now. She worked too. Had a nice job, whatever. And when I got on out there, me and her, we hitting it out great, hitting it out great. So I messed around and went to this old party and bumped into a girl I had done went to school with, and she looked good. Well, I had done had a few drinks and my old lady was at work. Well, my old lady now before this, I had been out probably about a week. Now this, I didn't at this time I didn't have a phone, you know. But my old lady, she'd leave her phone with me, so I could have me, call who I need to call, I mean? I was trying to get a job and whatever too. Well, I'm at this party, a couple of my partners and stuff, and this old girl I went to school with looking good. Whoa, ooh, woo. I was in there drunk. We taking them old Jägermeister shots, Red Bull and Jägermeister, called them Jaeger bombs or whatever. So I about fucked up. I about skint. This old girl I went to school with, she pulls up, hey, and all that, I ain't seen me in a long time or whatever. And one thing led to another. I messed around, got her number, and we just hung out and kicked it, And we split on up. Well, for about a week, I was calling around my old lady phone. So I told her I had an old lady now. I said, don't call this phone back because I don't need all that. Well, the girl wanted to get up with me, right? And I had been talking, like I said, it's been about a week I had been talking to her. So I told her, I said, all right, we can get on up. My girl, she had, her sister, she's a cheerleader, and they had a game. She had to take her sister to the game. The game was at 7 o'clock, and then she had to go across town and be at work by 11. So she got there at 11, and she was going to get off at 7 in the morning. So I had done talked to the girl and lined it on up. I was like, pull up at my uncle's house around 8 o'clock. We'll hang out. Now, in my mind, I wasn't really thinking about, cheating on my old lady or whatever. But I didn't want my old lady knowing I was talking to this girl. I didn't want her thinking no type, any type of way or whatever. Well, stuff like that just don't work out, how you want it to. Hell, my girl, she done double back with her sister in the car. Now the other girl was on her way to my uncle's house. She pulled up in the driveway and she say, baby, I left my charger. So I'm like, damn. All right, I ran in the house, grabbed the charger, ran back out there, gave it to her, kissed her on the cheek. I was like, all right, baby, have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, I'll catch up with you. So she's like, why are you trying to get rid of me? I'm like, ain't nobody trying to get rid of you. So she's like, you ain't got nobody coming over here, do you? I said, well, hell no. What the hell make you say that? And she's like, cuz you trying to get rid of me. And I'm like, I ain't trying to get rid of you. So in my mind, I'm like, damn. It didn't register till after the fact. She's like, so you ain't got nobody coming over here. And by the time she said that, the other girl pulling up in the drive, she was like, I already knew she was coming. So I'm like, what the hell how you knew she was coming? I talked to her on the phone. So the other girl done called the damn phone back or whatever. So she's like, why didn't you tell me? And I told her, I said, baby, I just didn't want you thinking what you're thinking right now. Like, me and her just old friends. We just gonna hang out, catch up. There's nothing like that. There's nothing for you to worry about. Well, my old lady, she's like, well, okay, just as long you should have just been honest with me and whatever. Good girl, man. She trusted me. So she all ass or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Me and old girl, we can get up, me, her, and my dad, we go get some weed, we get us a bottle of liquor. We out there drinking and smoking and having us a good old time or whatever. And sure enough, the one thing led to another, and that thing, I got the girl in the house. I got her in my little cousin's room now. Now my little cousin's room didn't have no damn door on the motherfucker. And when you come in the front door at the trailer, the lock didn't work. So you had to put a cinder block in front of it to keep the door closed. Because a good wind, it'll blow that sucker right on open, right? And when you come in, you go down the highway. My cousin's room was the left room, the first room on the left, with no door on it, just a sheet over that mother sucker, like hell, about like that. Let me see if I can show. Well, I can't show this shit. Well, you got a sheet over the damn door like that, right there, about like that. Oh, sheet over the door. Oh, me and no girl in there, we tear it up. I didn't do with her. And I say, hell, we pass out and wake up. Now, I wasn't thinking my girl get off at 7. Well, my girl got off at 7 and came straight to the house. So she comes straight to the house, and me and no girl, we done woke up. I'm in there getting it to her. So my girl done walked in the room. I'm in there getting it to her. She snatched the covers off of me. She's like, really? Really? I can't fucking believe you. Really? And I'm like, baby, what the fuck? I snapped. I said, baby, what the fuck are you doing? You don't just bust up in here on nobody like that. What the fuck are you doing? I told her, I said, man, get the fuck out. She get out, she crying and whatnot. So I jump up. And the little old girl, she's like, you better get her. You better get her. I told her, I said, you better just stay right here in this room, because I don't know what, you might want to stay in here, you know what I'm saying? Let me go out here and handle this. So I get up, put my clothes on, walk out the front. Now let me tell you what I walk out the front, and I walk out into the living room now. You got my daddy on one couch. You got my uncle on the other couch. My uncle in there and his damn tidy whities drinking a motherfucking Budweiser. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there flipping through the channels. Him and my daddy, they like watching that old Hallmark. They watching Bonanza. Oh, Western show. I walked in there, I said, damn, man. Y'all could have gave me a fucking shout down the hall there, man. Let me know something. So my uncle looked at my dad, and dad looked at him, and they both just went to shaking their head. My uncle said, that ain't my fucking problem. I said, well, ain't this a bitch? I walk out on the front porch. She out there on the front porch. My grandma's out there too now. My grandma gets up. She walks in, she stops and looks at me and shakes her head. So she walks on in the house. My girl out there just crying and carrying on, crying and carrying on. So I told her, I said, baby, you looked for something long enough and you found it. I ain't never been shit when it comes to relationships now. Now, if you want to leave me because of this, then by all means, I can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I don't understand. I want to leave you, but how could you do this to me and all that? I said, baby, would you chill on out? Go on to the house, take your shower. I know you had a long day of work and whatever, long night at work, and I'm going to come by there and we'll talk this out. So she went on by, she like, all right, and went on to the house, whatever. So I sat down and talked to her, and I was like, baby, listen. Later on that day, I sat down and talked to her, whatever, and I was like, baby, listen. Now look, I love you, which I really did. Oh shit, it's count time.